Alright, I'm on hole number 4 of the Clifftop Links tournament. I'm in Tuesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. I am trying to qualify today. And so my goal is par 3s, birdies, par 4s, birdies, par 5s, eagles. And if I can set myself up in the right spot on the par 4s and the par 5s that I can take a look at picking up a shot, then that's the goal, is to put myself in absolutely the perfect spot on that hole to try and pick up a shot. And if I pick it up, great. And if I don't pick it up, go on to the next hole. Because these holes are tough, and every one of them has their own challenges. And if you can just go out there and shoot the average score, and when I talk to my teammates about it, if you can shoot the average score to minus 12, in this tournament right here, you're probably looking at, in the weekend round, you're probably looking at a top 20, top 25. Depending on your bracket, that could be a top 15. Just going out there and playing consistent. And what that means is that you're playing fairway to green. And you're staying out of trouble, and you're giving yourself a look. And what will happen is you'll have that day where you get out there and you're like on fire. And you gave yourself a look on all those holes, and those shots started going in. And what it takes for those shots to go in is you got to hit perfect. On the shot going to the green, you have to hit perfect. If you set your shots up correctly and you don't hit perfect, then you're looking at the minus 24, which is a nice clean round. You can get minus 24 and never hit a perfect shot all round if you set your shots up right. But if you set your shots up right and you put yourself in the right spot and you start hitting those shots going into the green perfect, you're going to start putting some of those shots in the cup, and your score's going to reflect that. And you're going to have a day where you finally figured out how to shoot just the average score and to get yourself consistent top 20s, and one day you were on fire, and the next thing you know, you're in the top 5 looking at a banner. All right, where are we here? We are on hole number 4. So let's go to Golf Clash Notebook and look at hole number 4. Okay, it's par 3, and this is a short iron, an accurate short iron, the most accurate short iron in your bag. In my low level account, that's Kingfisher. Kingfisher doesn't have any. I'm going to use a Marlin. Now this is a hole where you could use those new balls, or you could use a Santa, or you could use a club, the Oceana ball. I did buy a few of the season 11 balls just for. I bought these for hole 7, but in the weekend round, this is definitely a hole that I'm probably going to pop out one of those low wind balls, because it's hard to make wind adjustments on this hole. Let me start a chest. Off we go. Hole number 4. This is a very hole and bonable hole. Of the par 3s that are in this tournament, this is the one that you really want to be looking at as a hole-in-one hole. They all three. The first one's difficult. There's a huge wind adjustment on it. But this one is definitely a hole-in-oneable hole. So I like to put my white ring right on that transition. It takes very little adjustment to get the ball to go up there. Move over just a little. So I'm right at it. And it's 3-9. And this is 1-1 per ring, so there's 4-4, so we're about 3.5 rings. That's what I don't like, is that's as close as I can get to make that wind adjustment, and the rings are so dang small, it's hard to see them. Oh, I thought I was going to run out of time, and anticipation. Right at it. You can see how much it wants to roll when it gets on the other side. There's a little flat area right there, and there is a little bit of a hole, a little indentation in the fairway. But if you come at that with any speed right there and you get past where my ball stopped, your ball will continue to roll, and you're going to go for a ride. Now, unless you hit it super fast, you probably won't end up in the sand. But this is one of those holes. Look at how small the fairway area is. So there's no fairway to really deal with. If you hit it too long, there's a really good chance it'll blow out of the fringe across that little teeny bit of fairway, and you'll end up in the rough. And so if my whole thing is I would rather be short in front of the green in front of the cup on the green every time making a putt, getting my birdie, and going to the next hole than to be long ever. So it doesn't take very much maneuver on this, and you can see this is a hole-in-oneable hole. I'm seeing a lot of people this week being real close, and I've seen several hole-in-ones this week. I've gotten a lot of hole-in-ones over the years on this hole, and while it's not one of my favorite holes, just because it's hard to make wind adjustments, just because I can't scroll way down in there and get really tight up against my ring so that I can really see them, it is a very hole-in-oneable hole. This will be a hole as the week goes on that I'll be really surprised if I don't get a hole-in-one on it. I learned a lesson on doing that. The hole number 3 in this tournament, I missed the 2-inch putt in the Creepy Cliffs tournament because I didn't pull the hole started to glow blue, and then I figured it was just going to go in the hole, and I released and it stopped. I'm a big fan of pulling that ball guide all the way through so that I can see it sticking out the other side. I don't want it to stick out so far it's going to bounce over. I mean, I just want to be able to see it on the other side, but I'm a big fan of pulling that ball guide over when you're making those super short putts so that I can see the ball guide pop out on the other side of the hole so I know that it's going to go in the hole. Missing a 2-inch putt is a sick feeling. Alright, that was hole number 4 of the Clifftop Links tournament and Tuesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.